Hello.
We all got our winter attire on. We were freezing to turn our heat back on, right?
That's right. That's right. Supposed to go down to freezing. They're supposed to have frost warnings again tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
80 on Saturday?
I think it's the weather's supposed to start warming up. So rain Saturday afternoon, I think last I saw. But all my flowering dogwoods were bent way over with that snow. My gosh, it was. You
Does
guys,
that hurt them? Even though they're blooming, does that frost hurt them at all?
well, the frost didn't hurt them, but the 6 inches of snow didn't help. In fact, it broke one of the branches on one of the ammo anchors in front. So, yeah, the trees just can't handle it, especially with leaves. They just can't handle all that weight, you know.
Yeah. No, that was a heavy snow.
Yep.
So, John, are they good with the size of it?
Yeah, because it's for automobiles. They can go up to 675.
Okay,
You know, because it's for tools and cars.
good.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Steve.
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah, I was wondering if we all have our shots, are we allowed to meet together at the boardroom, the conference room?
I think in July we're going to be doing that, I believe.
Okay.
Everybody, I said I'm vaccinated.
Yep, I'm vaccinated.
Yeah, me too.
Same here.
I'm
Vaccinated.
not yet, but I'm on the clock at this.
You're on the list.
On the list. There you go.
Yeah.
But just didn't have time to get it.
No, yeah, just not. Once they finally opened it up to us, they scheduled me like 6 weeks out. When they said they opened it up to everybody, I got a date 6 weeks out from them.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah, it was crazy. Because the only date they gave me that was decent was just like Steve was saying, all the way out in Jefferson. And I was like, I'll just wait the extra couple weeks.
Yeah. I just kept jumping on Giant Eagle and CVS, and
Right.
I finally got one.
Yeah.
I went to Ashtabula to get mine twice, and I took Sandy to Warren to get her Johnson shot.
Really?
But that's a one-shot deal. Yeah.
Wow.
My boss's wife ended up doing it for me. She came into work. She says, "Oh yeah, I just got Michael, signed up." I'm like, "I've been on it all morning. I got up early, then I was on it." And she goes, "Oh yeah, I just got on it." So he had an appointment for like the following Wednesday out in Independence. So she jumps on with me. I had somewhere to go. She goes, "Just leave me your information, blah, blah, blah." So right before I left, we finally got on, and I got an appointment that Monday at Beechwood, and he had to run out to Independence.
There you go.
Right, that's great. It doesn't seem much different though, because I still wear a mask almost everywhere I go.
Yeah, right. And I know everybody is.
And I did start going back to the office instead of working from home. But, you know, wearing a mask there too, when I I have a private office, so when I go in the corridor or anywhere else, still wear a mask.
Yeah, we talked to everyone in our sales area. Oh, 4350. That, you know, I said, everyone's been vaccinated. We don't have to wear it. We don't let clients or contractors in the sales actual office. So it's like, we decided we don't have to wear our mask when we get up to go to the copier and stuff like that, you know. It was become more of an inconvenience. I'm walking by the people and looking at me. I'm like, aren't you vaccinated? I'm like, we're all vaccinated. We're not going to the copy machine and put my mask
Yeah.
on. I guess we're waiting for the applicant right now.
Okay.
I think with the people that are resisting getting the vaccinations, it's only going to extend out, you know, the time, because we want to achieve the herd immunity with such opposition to the, you know.
Yeah. And I think it's a lot of the younger people, mostly, I shouldn't say women, but the ones that are still in their childbearing years are worried about it, from what I hear.
There's no boxes full.
Right, so do we even hold it, or actually, I mean,
Well, do we have to do they have to be here to review their project, or can we review it in their absence?
We're all here, why don't we just review?
yeah, I'm saying, I don't, John, what is the rule on that, you know?
I don't. Usually they're part of the process. So if we have to discuss anything or ask them any questions, they, you know, the contractor and the homeowner can weigh in on any kind of alterations that we might throw forth.
I think they're all hand sketches on this one, weren't they?
Yeah.
Were there any samples?
Yeah, we had samples, I think,
Samples, I
right,
have
Debbie?
colors written down.
Okay.
The only question would be if he's redoing the house, because the house is just not the same as this. I don't know if the roof's the same.
No, they didn't allude to doing anything on the house.
The only question I would have, or say on this, is there on a gable ends, how's he addressing the roof? Is it gonna have a soffit underneath there? It's not really depicted on the gable
Well,
end.
Yeah. The side that faces the next door neighbor, I don't know. I don't remember if you put a window on that side or not, would be the south side.
Looks like no windows.
There are no
No,
windows.
yeah.
Do you want to be on record or do you not want to?
Well, I mean, do we want to go through it and again, discuss it and then at least address it, and then he can read through the minutes? If we have any suggestions or requirements for a window.
Well, I guess we could. It's, you know, the tough part is we think it should have a window because it's so blank on that side. And then they say, we don't want a window because we don't want people looking in. I don't know. It's just, it's much better when the applicant is part of the process.
Right, so I mean, we
Does he
just
have does he have a phone number?
put it in order so then we can table it.
I don't know, is Debbie able to get a hold of anybody or no?
I just tried calling his cell, John, and his
Yeah.
mailbox is full.
How about his office?
Or texting?
You texted McNulty or the homeowner?
Want me to run down there?
It's a neighbor,
It's
right?
close
Next door.
enough.
It's like 2 doors down, yeah.
I don't know.
Can you take your laptop with you?
Yeah, walk in, you're,
We have an internet connection and
yeah, it's like my hotspot on my phone.
There you go. Yeah, because the contractor and the homeowner should have been on with us right now.
well, there's something.
It's somebody.
Jeffrey. Can you resend his? Yeah, I'm done.
Sounds like she got a hold of somebody.
No, that's a good sign.
Surprised he called back because she's using my phone.
Oh, unless you got the answering machine.
Probably.
You send it, Jeffrey.
I biked by that addition on Thornapple that we approved the other day. The Amish guys are out there hammering like crazy. It was
They
amazing.
didn't waste any time.
Oh, yeah, they had the roof off. It looked like it was going to storm. And I said to Gene, I says, "Oh my gosh, what are they doing?" The
Yeah.
next day we drove by, the whole second story was up.
Yep. It was up and wrapped.
Right.
Yeah, one day.
Just sent it. He sent it at 10:44 this morning, and then he just had to fix it. You get it?
I know he rode by the day they delivered the wood. I figured they would post an armed guard outside that timber out there.
Boy, I'm telling you.
Does anybody know what a 2x4 by 8 feet costs today?
No,
I think it's like $8 or something.
Seriously.
I just again went and got a sheet of 3/4 inch, CDX. It was $41.
Wow.
Yeah,
Or that was half. No, that was half inch.
half inch, yeah.
OSB was 41, and then the 3/4 plywood was 58.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what I paid. Yep.
One by 6 is running you like 234 a linear foot. Just cheap like poplar birch.
I
Yeah,
have a pretty good stack of OSB in my garage for my addition. I should probably put that up for sale.
You should. You're gonna make money on it.
like all the timber down the basement. I think.
Yeah.
Hello.
how you
There's
doing?
somebody.
I'm going to call a meeting in order.
234 linear
Meeting
foot.
has been duly noticed and will be held in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22, specific to recent amendments made in light of the current COVID-19 declared emergency, House Bill 197, amended by House Bill 404. Under the orders of Governor DeWine, the Architectural Review Board will be meeting remotely via electronic means. Take a roll call.
Mr. Mailsi,
Here.
Mr. Behrman,
Here.
Dr. Triiner,
There,
Mr. Lawler,
Here.
Mr. Phillips,
Here,
Morelli.
Here.
Okay, consideration of meeting minutes, March 25th, 2021. Sure everyone has read them. Any comments or notes we have to make on them? If not, I'd like to get approval.
looks good to me.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, detached garage, Albert Hurd, 899 Sound Center Road, Scott McNulty, the contractor. We'll be bringing it up and reviewing it page by page is what we do, and the board will comment on it as we go through it. All right, just so we know, the siding is floor granite gray. Oh, that's one picture. Seagrass. You see
It's on the
that?
right-hand side, second row, first
Oh.
one.
Okay, that's almost the same as that double one there, but it's actually this one. This is actually cobblestone gray. Georgetown gray, cobblestone gray. It's lighter than actually what's on here, not much. He was holding this up. All right, so we're gonna go through this and discuss it. So. Give us a brief view, Scott, of the project.
I believe so, yeah. I don't think they would have started without you. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I didn't know if I could talk, if my microphone was on. I apologize for being late. We were here. I just couldn't figure out how to get on. I'm terrible with stuff like this.
So Scott, let me ask you, the south side of the new garage is gonna be pretty much where the south side of this old garage is, correct?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. And then you'll be working your way north,
Correct.
which would be from right to left as you look at the house from the front.
Correct.
Okay. And then you want to just like walk us through the concept, what your client asked for?
Yeah, he wants he has more cars and he wants to be able to store them in there. So he wants a 2-car garage door on the left and then a single on the right. And so we're just gonna keep the right line the same and the front and back lines the same. So, we're still 20 deep and just going an additional 10 to the left, which is well within, that setback. So it's just,
Right.
it's just putting a 10, and it's dilapidated and falling down right now.
Okay.
And he has to do something.
What do you plan on doing with the roof as far as the drainage? Where are you gonna take the downspouts to?
I think down the driveway and tie in at the back corner of the house. It looks like I got,
Okay.
and it's gravel drive, so it'll be easy to tie it in.
Yeah.
The garage door, is that gonna be white? Yeah.
No,
Also-
it's cobblestone. I heard you guys talk and I couldn't respond. It's the same color as what's on the house. It's a light gray. It's not a white. It's a light gray dimensional. It might be GF and not certainty, but I mean, they're equal in terms of color.
No, the garage door color I was talking
The
about.
garage door color. is
Oh, the
white?
garage door color. I'm sorry, white. Yes.
Okay.
No windows, non-insulated.
And the siding color, is it gonna match the house color?
Yeah, I took the sample there. I'm sorry. I didn't have a spin chart on me. I only had that booklet, but yeah, granite gray is as close as anything I can get to what's on there now and what's the same on the house. I mean, it's a wood shingle that's been painted.
Yeah.
But granite gray is the color that's within
Okay.
a shade, whatever that is.
All right. And we were talking about the south elevation, the south side of the garage. Is there a reason why there's not going to be any kind of window or any kind of break? in the
No,
side?
I that's when I was hearing you guys and couldn't get on. That's fine. I mean, I could definitely put a window in there. I probably should have, and
To
we
just
forgot.
break up that side.
Yeah, for sure. We could definitely put,
All right, get some natural light in there.
yes.
Are you going to put electric out there or no? Door
Yes.
opener, lights?
Yeah, door openers, whatever the code is, a door, a light outside the entry door. One, probably two, because it's a 3-car and the overhead, whatever plugs would be required.
Yeah, you have to have one for each bay on a ground fault circuit.
Yeah, I think he's got to update his electric panel too, and he's aware of
Okay.
that.
All right.
Are you planning on windows in the door that we're seeing here on the?
I wasn't, unless you guys had an opinion on that, but I don't think he's all that worried about that. But unless you guys had an opinion, it's not a huge cost difference. So if you wanted to, I'll just do it.
No, I mean, again, I'm fine with the panel door.
Yeah.
We're just gonna add a light at the man door and then,
Yeah.
2 or 3 coach lights in the front of the garage.
Okay.
No, I was talking about a window in the door.
Yeah, don't forget it's detached and it's in the back of the lot. So you might not want to have glass back there in the door.
Other than a window on the south side to break that up for the neighbor, we have the door on the other side. And it is, on the gable ends, it is picture, you're having, you're gonna have about a 1 foot overhang on your gable ends.
Not quite. Probably 8. I think I do have 1 foot. Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to use trusses or are you going to stick build that roof?
Stick it.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna add a window on the south side, unless anyone else have any more requirements or questions for Scott.
I have a question. If you go to page 8, and I guess it's questions for John. Do you think that the distance, it's 2 feet, 2 feet, and 2 feet? The wall area that's exposed, is that enough to develop the shear that's required?
He's going to have to use what's in the Ohio residential code with the steel straps. And I forwarded that to him.
Okay, and the only reason I'm asking is if he has to do something different, it would affect the look of the.
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to do it with the 2 feet on each side. You know, that porte-cochere opening. You know how the code says you have to have metal straps and there's a specific nail pattern now when you go around the door opening. So, and I believe I sent that to him out of the Ohio residential code. So he'll have to use that as a model.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when I did my addition, I think I had to extend the header over beyond the jack studs. You
You mean out past the jack studs?
Yeah, I think one end goes out 4 feet.
Past over the top of the jack studs?
Yes,
Because to accomplish what?
to tie it all together for shear loading.
It's probably jacks all the way to the corner and do an underbuild underneath those headers with, so the header's tied into the plywood and that. More so, Scott. I'm not Scott, Steve.
I'm sorry, what's the question?
You're saying just take like the one header all the way over to the corner, so it'd be nailed more so to the sheathing.
Well, that's how I did it here. Now, John sent to the builder the requirements in the Ohio Residential Code. So, they
Right.
are pretty stringent. It's surprising.
Yeah, yeah, well, because they've had like high winds go through open garage door openings and tear the garage apart. So now they have everything. The fronts would be plywood or OSB, and the nailing pattern, I think, is like 4 inches on center. It's just, there's 5 pounds of nails in the fronts of those jacks.
Okay, I just wanted to check with that.
Yeah, no, we're gonna follow it now, and I'll look at the diagram again in the Ohio Residential Code, and if you could be correct where that header has to go all the way over to both ends, we'll have to look and see.
Okay,
And that'll be done on a review.
Yeah, yes, it will.
Okay. All right, so, any other questions?
So let me clarify, we're gonna put a window on the south elevation wall. But, did you guys make a decision about a window in the garage man door or windows in the garage overhead doors? Did you say it was okay to not do windows because it's detached? I wasn't quite sure.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's correct. It'll be up to the
those
owner.
on that, on those. And that's all gonna be, whether the customer wants it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So right now, the only change to the drawings is a window on the south elevation.
Yeah, I believe, so.
And
And
the
lights,
lights, yeah.
lights over the doors, light over
Yep.
the man door and in between the garage doors.
Okay, got it, okay.
Or could even do a floodlight if you don't want to do individual sconces.
Well, if you're gonna have all this lumber and jacks and everything between the, supporting the header, you might have to go above the garage door with a couple lights.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's because there's gonna be a whole lot of lumber in there to try to get through with a wire and light fixture.
Okay.
So, with those two notes, the window and the lights, can I get a motion to approve?
did we talk about any trim color, like on the corners or anything like that?
The
So
house,
it's whi-
I'm sorry.
It's white, isn't it? Correct?
The trim color is white, but I don't believe the house has outside white corners. I mean, I can do it, it's not a problem, but I would think we would want to match the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you using, it's vinyl siding, right? So it does have corners.
Yeah, so I would do, unless you want, I would do granite gray corners and then, soffit and gutter and fascia wraps would all be white and gutters would be white. But I would, just going in, I would do granite gray corners because that's what the house is.
Okay, so the siding's all a gray, the doors are white, the fascias and gutter boards and gutters are white. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Just checking.
All right.
All right. Motion to approve as noted.
I'll second.
Mr. Milesy,
Yes.
Mr. Behrman,
Yes.
Dr. Trainer,
Yes,
Mr. Lawler,
Yes.
Mr. Phillips.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. And, that concludes the meeting. That's the only thing on the agenda for today. So I'd like the motion to end the meeting.
I'll second.
Second.
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Hey, sorry again for being late. I was there. I just couldn't figure out how to get on.
And then you couldn't figure my cell phone. Who called you?
Thank God my son was here. So